You left me when I needed you most, and now you think sorry will fix it? That was the last thing Claire said to Jake before walking out of the hospital room. Her voice cold but her eyes swollen with tears. And Jake, strapped to a hospital bed with 2 broken ribs and a heart full of regret, had no words to chase her with. Jake and Claire had once been the kind of couple that people envied. They were high school sweethearts from a small town in Oregon, the kind who grew up knowing each other's families, sharing summers by the lake, and talking about futures where nothing could ever pull them apart. But love, no matter how strong, is not immune to fear, pride, or poor choices. Chapter 1: The Fall. Jake had always been a dreamer. He wanted to make it big in the music world. While Claire stayed back home working as a nurse, Jake moved to Los Angeles to chase a record deal. He promised he'd call every day, come home every month, and never let the distance touch their bond. But calls got shorter. Trips home became rare. And somewhere in that chaotic city life, Jake found himself drinking too much, staying out too late, and choosing the wrong people to be around. Claire still believed in him for a while. She waited through the missed birthdays and broken promises until one day, she didn't recognize the voice on the other end of the phone. He changed. And then came the night Claire's mother had a stroke. She called Jake in tears, needing him more than ever. "I need you to come home. Please." But Jake was at a gig drunk, high, and unable to drive. "I can't. Not tonight," he muttered, slurring his words. That night, her mother passed away, and something inside Claire broke. Chapter 2: Guilt has a long shadow. Jake didn't make it to the funeral. He texted, "I'm sorry," but Claire didn't reply. When he did show up 3 weeks later, he found their house empty and her things gone. A note was left behind. "Don't reach out. Not now. Maybe not ever." For the next 2 years Jake spiraled. The gigs dried up. He lost his apartment. The band split. And finally, one rainy night driving home drunk, he crashed his car into a tree. When he woke up in the hospital, he was broken physically, but something deeper had shattered inside him. Claire. She was the only person he wanted to see, the only one who ever truly believed in him. And he'd lost her. Chapter 3: The Return. He spent the next year trying to rebuild his life. He got sober, joined a local recovery group, and started volunteering at a music therapy center for troubled teens. And then one cold December evening, he returned to their hometown, not to beg, but to finally say what he hadn't before. He found Claire working night shifts at the local hospital. Her face was thinner, stronger too. She didn't look at him like she used to. "Claire," he said, standing in the fluorescent-lit hallway, "I'm not here to ask for anything. I just needed to tell you I was wrong. About everything." She looked at him, silent for a long while. Then she said, "You're 2 years too late." Chapter 4: Forgiveness Isn't a Promise. They began seeing each other in small doses, at the community center, at town events. Their conversations were cautious, clipped. Jake didn't push. He understood something now. That sorry wasn't magic. It didn't erase the pain. It couldn't bring back her mother. It wouldn't undo the nights she cried herself to sleep waiting for him to come home. But he could still show her who he'd become. Chapter 5: The Small Things. He helped her fix a broken fence at her father's place. He stayed late at the center, mentoring kids the way he wished someone had mentored him. Claire noticed slowly and silently. She never said, "I forgive you," but she stopped walking away. One evening, he found her sitting at the lake where they used to go. She handed him a photo, her mom holding a baby. "I thought you should meet him," she said. Jake stared in disbelief. "Him? Our son? Noah." The name hit him like a wave. Chapter 6: More Than Words. Jake's hands trembled. I don't deserve him." "No," Claire said softly, "but maybe you can earn him." And so Jake began a new journey. Not to win Claire back, but to be the father Noah deserved. He attended parenting classes, learned how to care for a toddler, and was there every Sunday for supervised visits. Slowly, Claire saw the man she once loved resurface. Not through promises but actions. Epilogue: The Long Road. It wasn't a fairy tale ending. Claire didn't run back into his arms. But one summer day, as Noah played in the yard, Claire walked over and handed Jake a key. "It's for the shed." I figured you might want to keep your guitar here for Noah's music lessons. Jake didn't cry. He just nodded, overwhelmed. In that moment he realized something profound. Sometimes, sorry isn't enough. But truly changing is, and for Jake that would always be worth it. Forgiveness is a journey. It doesn't come with words but with time, trust, and transformation. Sometimes love doesn't get a second chance, but redemption always does.